In woodworking, we do some great work with solid timber, but also we get some fantastic effects if we're using veneers. Cut your veneers nice and clean and straight. We've got videos out there about using Swan Morton scalpels and also some really good quality straight edges, iGaging and Tajima. But once we've got those cut, it's time to focus on actually then taping those veneers together to get a nice clean line. I've got 4 different types of veneer tape here. The 2 white ones are paper cellulose, very, very thin paper tapes, traditional gum tapes. So we need to basically wet these to apply them, and then we can wet them to take them off later. The first one is a solid veneer tape, okay? So this one we can cut it up or tear it into small strips. We'll drag it through water to actually put it onto our veneer. This always stays on the outside of your veneered surface, and then once you've finished it and it's come out of either your big veneer press or maybe your vacuum press, we will then use water again to release the tape off. Or you could possibly sand it all the way through, but that's a lot of hard work. This is a perforated tape. Again, you drag it through water. It's a bit weaker because it's got more holes in it. One of the advantages of perforated tape is when you actually glue it down, you don't have to necessarily damp it to take it back off. You can just sand all the way through it. Because there's less tape and more holes, there's less sanding for doing that. The other 2 tapes I've got here are more contemporary tapes. So the blue Tesa tape is the strongest, I would say, out of these 4. The blue Tesa tape can actually be used in hot veneer presses. So veneer presses, to get glue lines to cure very, very quickly, can go up to 120 degrees, and this blue Tesa tape can be used in that place. The yellow Tesa tape is the one I'm using most these days with my veneering. This is a cold press veneer tape. Very, very thin. It's basically a Japanese rice paper, but also quite strong. You can get a fair bit of stretch on that. Easy to put on, but the most important thing with any veneer tape is how easy it is to take off. Otherwise, you can spend a long, long time. And if you use a masking tape or something which isn't designed for the job, you'll get the glue into your veneer surface and it'll be a mess forever. In commercial workshops, we'll be using big, flat platen veneer presses. Otherwise, smaller workshops, you're going to be using much more like a vacuum bag press. So basically, this vacuum attaches onto a bag, sucks all the air out, and we can lay our veneers nice and flat, or particularly over formers if that's the kind of curve work that we're doing. For more detailed information on our veneer tapes and our glues, look at our website woodworkersworkshop.co.uk and check us out on our social media channels.